talk about how you are meant to represent Islam, I recognize the immense pressure upon young people in particular to have to represent Islam, especially when they have not been able at times to absorb it in its most beautiful sense. And so I actually want to tell you something that you probably won't hear in the messaging from myself and from other people throughout this conference. Make sure that as you're interacting with religion, in a time when people immediately hear and speak, receive and show, make sure that you're taking some quiet time to actually try to absorb and appreciate the profound transformative nature of this message. Make sure that you're actually taking time for yourself. Sister Susie talked about this idea of disconnecting to connect. Make sure that before you preach it, you practice it. You know, with every other form of knowledge, you learn it and then you teach it. In Islam, you learn, you implement, then you teach. You learn, implement, teach. And that process never can be interrupted. It has to be that in between your learning and your teaching, there is some level of implementation. And for a person that has to interact with a broader society that has such ugly impressions about this beautiful religion, what that means is making sure that you allocate some time to read by yourself, to meditate upon the meanings of this religion by yourself at times. To do it, and I'm a biggest fan of the neighbor nets that they have, that YM has, but you know what? No social structure is going to fill that void of your own ability to sit and to ponder upon the meanings of the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. What the neighbor net does is it reinvigorates you, it motivates you, it gives you the tools so that you can do that on your own. But take a step back and actually try to absorb it, to be a person of substance. Because if the only way you've interacted with the Quran is listening and reciting, and the only way you've interacted with the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ is treating it like a reference, so that you go and you get the hadith that you need, or you get the lecture that you need so that you can give it to somebody else. At no point in that process was there a moment for you to actually absorb it, to sit with yourself and actually absorb it. And you know, a lot of people think that the reason why I don't need to do that is because I'm already living or demonstrating some of those meanings. But the reality is that you're just that bowl that's giving water to other people, but you haven't given it a chance to actually penetrate deep into your heart.